There is nothing I like better than putting in some time in the box. It's hard to imagine, but some people have never done it. Going through life like that would be tough. Like right now, I'm feeling kind of down and I'm thinking, the box is just the fix I need. I could take an auto cab, but the rain is cut back to a drizzle, almost like it was dry, which is pretty amazing in itself. So I think I'll walk on over there. It's comforting to know surveillance is tracking me as I cut across the junk-strewn lot in the failing light. The mongrel trash are out in force this evening. Red, white, brown, yellow, black, some of them dyed blue, green, purple, tattooed head to toe, pierced top to bottom. Funny thing, the more people try to look different, the more they're all the same. Because when you get right down to it, there are really only two kinds of people in this world, regulars and trash, and you can always tell the difference. It only takes a glance, a look in their eyes, and I know instantly. And they know that I know. How do I know? I'll tell you how. Because you just can't fake quality. Walking through the park, the lap organs are running wild. If it wasn't for the auto nannies, no telling how these kids would turn out. But even with proper supervision, I still have to wonder, will they turn out like me, a real gold guy, or will they sink to the bottom of the heap? Money, money, money. It's always about money. Ain't that the truth? Picking up on the keyword money, a helper pops up on my InVision asking me if I need a loan. No thanks, I tell him. I got plenty. You sure? Oh yeah. And I take real pride in confirming that fact. Yes, I do. Now, crossing into the improvement zone, there are big changes going on. They're bringing this old shot-to-hell neighborhood back to life fast. Not many blocks of these old tenements remain, built back when actual people did the building. Can you imagine doing that kind of physical labor with bricks and concrete with your own hands? No wonder these wrecks weren't built to last. The trash around here are getting squeezed closer to the riverfront every day. Pretty soon, they'll have no place to live but in the water. You have to wonder, what then? All I can say is, I'm glad it's not my problem. Anyway, this area is getting fixed up real good. Look at that demo crew getting ready for a block-sized takedown. These auto wreckers really get the job done. Pull up in a demo transport, wrap that 4-story, cinch it, crunch it, drag it, and drop it into the compactor trailer. Going, gone. A whole block in half an hour. At the same time, a new 10-high Habby complex is going up across the street. A stack of walls, forklifted from the auto truck. Auto workers snap on the cables and zip, up it goes to the top of the framework. Every wall identical. Chock-a-block with power, light, food prep, sanitation, and wraparound surveillance. Like they say, it's all in the wall. Look at that. Another gas jam. Auto cars backed up, block after block. Sometimes the wait is so long they run out of gas before they even get to the pump, just sitting there idling. Let them burn the gas. Let them burn all the gas. This just reinforces why I don't drive. Uptown now, the crowd is prosperous. My InVision ads change with the style of consumers. A fashion helper pops up on my InVision. How's that ice tonight, Vinny? Real personal attention. I tell the helper, she's fine. That's great, Vinny. But you can't be too sure. Hey, looky here. This diamond is guaranteed to keep her fire burning year after year after year. I pass on the offer, but it makes a man feel good to know the system is looking out for his happiness. I get a call from my auto broker. Vinny, Saudi, even Dubai has stopped pumping. Going dry everywhere you look. That's fantastic. It's all about price. Yep, more bucks chasing fewer dribbles. Last ditch extraction. That's where energetics shines. And when all that oil's gone, hey, with the lock those guys have on methane, and in the meantime, boy, it doesn't get much sweeter than this. Auto broker starts to ask, did you? And then he's gone. My Envision's gone flaky again, and the lights of the city are off as far as I can see. Now auto broker's back again. He says, did you see that power spike? Yeah, I tell him. Give me more leverage on energetics. Vinny, of course you know you've already borrowed. Hey, I interrupt him. Just do whatever it takes. I'll tell you this, when the lights of the city go off, they're really off. But when they come back on, it's clear why they call this Emerald City. My Envision is back, and up pops a reminder. It's time for Dr. Bull. I'm thinking, man, this guy, he's a real piece of work. He does all of his shows from Tahiti or Molokai or some such tropical place. Knows how to live the good life, the perfect mix of work and pleasure. Sunglasses, hibiscus print shirt, white slacks, sandals, getting served tropical drinks with a parasol, kicking back in that beach chair like that's all there is to it. And attitude? He's got an attitude to envy. I guess that's why everybody watches him. He's got his act down, the way he raises his sunglasses and leans in when he talks to you, like he's talking right to you. He says, Bullman here, so what do you say we quit fooling around and get down to it? Because Dr. Bull is all bull, pure bull, and believe me, there is no bull about it. Whatever the story, one thing is sure. I'm going to ride that pony wherever it takes me, right to the bitter end. Now, with my hotline to the President, Mr. President, can you hear me? Yes, Dr. Bull, loud and clear. President Stickman, let me just cut to the chase. With acquired skin disease changing the colors of the races around the world, what do you say to people who fear this plague could turn our idea of civilization right on its head? First of all, there is still no proof that ASD even exists. A few people get a little too much sun, maybe some other folks look a little peaked. The next thing you know, the news things are screaming, racial pandemic. In my opinion, it's all news hype. You guys stirring the pot in order to have something to talk about. So, Mr. President, you really think that's all there is to it? Yes, and if there actually is anything more, you can rest assured that we'll get to the bottom of it. But for now, let's just let the auto experts gather their data, do their studies, and make their reports. Then we'll see what we see. You have to be patient. For how long, sir? All in good time. Speaking about time, the buzz on the street is that you want to be president for life. Well, according to law, Dr. Bull, no one can be president for life in this country. It's against the Constitution. The Bull Man asks, how about president for eternity? The president laughs. Now that would be a whole nother thing, wouldn't it? Certainly would, Mr. President. Thank you for your time. Dr. Bull takes off his sunglasses and tells us, all in good time. That's what the man said. Leaning forward, he says, and just remember, you heard it here first. Straight from the Bull Man, Dr. Bull, Pure Bull, and believe you me, there's no bull about it. He replaces his shades, leans back, yawns, and says, now if you folks will excuse me, it's time for my nap. I get a call from Vida. Did you see that, Vinny? We're concerned. We're very concerned. The box is just around the corner now. Whoa, there it is. It knocks me down every time I see it. Get a crook in my neck just looking up. Wraparound mega ads. It's so bright you have to shade your eyes. You'd never know we had power problems looking at that behemoth. Glowing like a cube on fire. I get in line to a portal. You know, I could just stay home and shop on InVision. That would be a whole lot more convenient, but there's nothing like an authentic experience in the box. I can honestly tell people, I'm proud to shop in the box. I come every chance I get. Look at that trash loitering across the street. You won't find any trash inside the box, that's for sure. Takes good credit to get in there. The lines are long but moving. The woman in front of me looks kind of iffy. The auto guard challenges her. What you shopping for? She tells him, just looking for stuff. He scans her bio ID, status red. No way, lady, he tells her. She protests. He asks her, do you see this taser? And she slinks off to loiter with her trash friends across the street. Man, some people. My scan is clean and green. I enter the box. Inside, the lines are shorter, and it won't be long now. In the meantime, the pecs, abs, tits, and asses of the models on the 100-yard-long screen just take your breath away. But this is only a taste of what's coming. Okay, I'm the next one in. Helper reminds me to turn off my InVision and asks for my password. I say, Paradise. The slip door opens and I enter the tiny chamber. The door closes with a vacuum hiss. I love lying back in the big recliner, the way it remembers my shape and adjusts to me perfectly. The lights dim into evening. The stars come out. The confined space isn't little anymore. In a word, it's vast. Look at those constellations, supernovas, myriad galaxies portending the universe possibilities that await me. The blue-green arc of Earth rotating beneath my feet. I feel like God Himself. The shopping helper says, long time no see, Vinny. Remember, whatever you want, you know we got it. He shows me the familiar 3-item menu. Fun, service, stuff. I select stuff. Okay, that would be, you know what I like, I tell him, the Suzuki one. It's sunrise, and the cosmos dissolves into a picture-perfect morning in the park. Pigeons trace an oval in the sky. Swans glide along the lakeshore. Families picnic on the lawn. A toddler chases a ball. If this isn't paradise, then I don't know what paradise is. Laying back like this, man, now this is relaxation. And then, God, what a roar! The onslaught of the horde of mega monocycles coming at me every which way. Rooster tails of sod fly through the air. Killer machines threatening the life and limb of every living creature in their way. Quail explode in the air. People and dogs dive for cover. Not likely that anyone will survive. The leader of the pack pops figure eights and brodies. He leans back and tears wheelies on the lawn, all ripped to hell, finally skidding to a halt, that close to running right over me, and the rest of them pulling up military style in a line behind him. The road honcho dismounts and, Lord, I love this part. He removes his helmet and yes, he is virtually me, wiping Rogor from his visor. Me. This show is all about me. I mean, my heart is pounding and I feel like I'm going to explode. Helper says, you know, you can roll that wheel hog right out of here this minute. Now, what do you say, Vinny? Just say, I want it. Overwhelmed as I am, I tell him, man, that is one bad road hogger, but thanks, not today. Something else then? Some other stuff? Yeah, Mocha Munch. I try to calm down, but I know what's coming. Oh, there it is. Yosemite Valley, laid out before me. I'm sure glad they preserved that place in software. It's even more real than it was. The air's so fresh, waterfalls springing from the mountain cliff tops, the lazy river snaking through the woodland along the valley floor. It actually brings a tear to my eye. It's so incredibly beautiful. I hate to spoil it, but I can't hold myself back. I say, chocolate. Then there's a space, an instant of time out of time in eerie stillness when every waterfall goes dry. Then a gush as melted chocolate cascades from every cliff top. The river is engulfed with a torrent of richest brown. In the middle of the glistening, shadowy confluence, again, it's virtually me, up to my waist in the scrumptious confection, licking succulent darkness from the neck of a mocha maiden, just now emerging from beneath the waves of heavenly sweetness. Helper says, Mocha Madness. I can deliver a case of it to your happy right now. How about 2 cases? How about 3? No thanks. Sure? How about 3 cases for the price of 2? Not today, but can you check out my credit status? Okay, Vinny, just a sec. And there you have it. Just like always, you're one solid guy. And my debt? Would you check that? There you have it. Plenty of debt. So you're fine on that score. And my credit threshold? The system confirms it. You are one real gold guy. So, whatever you want, just say deliver. Anytime, any place. Now, what else can I show you? You know, Vinny, that shirt on your back looks older than this morning's news. Check out this Hawaiian casual, just like the Bullman wears. I say, no thanks. Are you sure? Your credit line is itching to be scratched. No, I'm just here for an in-the-box experience. Maybe next time. Speaking confidentially, Vinny, how's it going with ice? I hear things have been a little rocky lately. Sometimes I think these helpers go a little too far, but I realize he's only joshing. Besides, that's his job. I watch myself in surveillance as I leave the box, thinking how lucky I am to have such a fantastic experience. I get a call from ICE. Vinny, remember what you asked me about? Your bio ID? Well, I've been checking. Oh, there goes the power again. Looks like the whole city's out this time. All I can see is my in-vision and the lights of the traffic. The news thing says, "Just a little gridlock, folks." ICE is reconnected. I ask, "About my bio ID. Vinny, listen to me. Whatever you do, do not." Her image freezes with her mouth wide open. That's strange. Even the headlights have gone out. Actually, I feel it more than I hear it. Concussive, hollow, round. The sound of the earth giving way in its own good time. I feel it in my chest, like coughing up deep phlegm. But there is no phlegm. I'm flat on my back. A piece of something big enough to kill a cow punches a hole in the wall right next to me. I look at my shirt. It's spotted with blood. Whose blood? I lift myself on an elbow and look in the direction of the box. Nothing but dust. People come running out of the cloud. People dragging people. Parts of people seem to be moving. A woman crawls toward me. I move away from her. Everyone is bloody and filthy. Looking at the tattered, red-stained something or other lying next to me, I wonder what it was 5 minutes ago. Sirens. Funny, I still have in-vision. Scanning the area with surveillance, the box is gone. A news thing says, "Simultaneous auto-dial whammies in Karachi, Montreal, Sao Paulo, Johannesburg, Santa Barbara, Macau, Jakarta. 24 of the boxes, all gone." Hold on. Here's a feed from someone claiming responsibility. A man in a black ski mask says, "Until nothing is left." Other windows open on my in-vision. Blood-stained zombies wander blasted moonscapes. Some in a dusty gray haze. Others the mint green color of night vision. An Asian woman is screaming at nothing. A crowd picks through rubble. A dirty-faced boy holds up a pair of mismatched shoes and smiles like he's just won the lottery. Sitting on the curb, I call ICE. Her recorded image says, "Please leave a message." I hear myself screaming at her, "Call me!" Ambulances rush by. An auto cop is chasing a man, yells for him to stop. The guy keeps on running. He's shot dead. After several false starts, I manage to get to my feet, falter, go down on a knee, get back up, make my way to the end of the block, and take off running. Running where?